Hey everyone, welcome back to Whiskey Therapy. I'm Jason. On today's episode, it's time for another whiskey cocktail. I'm going to show you how to make the iconic Sazerac, a cocktail that's rich in history and flavor. We'll talk about its long history on its way to becoming the official cocktail of New Orleans. So without further ado, let's get into it. Before we get into what we'll need to make our Sazerac, let's talk for a minute about its origins. The cocktail has a very rich, albeit fuzzy, history. There are more than a few accounts of who invented it. Some say it was Antoine Peychaud, inventor of Peychaud's bitters in the 1830s. Others say the first written mention of the cocktail was as early as 1806. And yet still others say it was the Sazerac Coffee House, which was later renamed the Sazerac House, and the bottle version that they released. Along with the varied history, there have also been variations in the ingredients. The original Sazerac is said to have been made with cognac. When the cognac supply was cut off to the US, the main liquor switched to rye whiskey, which was much more available. Absinthe was also used in a cocktail until absinthe was banned in the US in 1912 for reportedly causing hallucinations. Herb Saint was then used as the substitute. The current Sazerac still uses rye whiskey and Herb Saint, and in 2008 was legislated as the official cocktail of New Orleans. There are well over 200 different recipes for this cocktail. What we're going to make today is my favorite version of this cocktail. We'll be combining some of the original ingredients into one cocktail, and for me, I enjoy this version the best. Here's what you'll need for this version of the Sazerac. Rye whiskey, we'll be using Sazerac rye whiskey for this. Cognac, we'll be using Hennessy VSOP for this. Peychaud's bitters, Angostura bitters, absinthe, we'll be using Pernod for this, and then a lemon peel for garnish. You want to start by chilling an old-fashioned glass. You can do this by placing it in the freezer or filling it with ice water for a few minutes. I have one here that has been in the freezer. Next, you need to do an absinthe rinse. You can do this by pouring a small amount into the glass and swirl it around and then dump the excess. I prefer to use an atomizer. I think it gives a more even coverage in the glass. This is what gives the cocktail its signature anise flavor. So we'll go ahead and just spritz a little bit around there until we get a good coverage. There we go. Now, in a separate mixing glass, we'll start by adding our ingredients. We're going to start with a 1/4 ounce of demerara syrup. If you don't have demerara syrup, or if you'd like to know how to make it, check out my video on making this syrup. I'll leave a link down in the description. Next, we're going to add 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. It's 4 dashes if you're using a Japanese bitter bottle like I have here. We'll follow that up with 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Again, 2 dashes if it's a Japanese bitters bottle. Now we're going to add 1.5 ounces of rye whiskey. And finally, we're going to add 1/2 ounce of cognac. Now we'll add some ice. Stir gently until we get this chilled. About 20 to 30 seconds. Now we're gonna strain this into our cocktail glass. Finally, we want to do a lemon peel. So we'll get a little of this off here. We'll express the oils over the drink. You want to roll it up onto a cocktail pick so that the lemon doesn't become overpowering. If I get this twisted on here correctly. There we go. And do a little twist. And there you have it, your very own Sazerac. Smooth, aromatic, and delicious. Let's go in for a taste. Cheers, y'all. So the combination of the cognac and the rye whiskey has a nice smooth balance. I can taste the subtle nuance of the absinthe and bitters, along with the brightness of the lemon. This is truly an excellent cocktail, and one you should have in your repertoire. If you haven't tried one of these, I encourage you to give it a try. You won't be disappointed. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate the support. I'll keep bringing you whiskey-related content. If there's something specific you would like to see, or if you try this version of the Sazerac, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you next time.